Hello, everybody. My name is James, and welcome to Orange Juice. When I started planning this podcast with my friends Tyrel and Riley, who you will meet a little later, our vision was to create a conversation-driven show that encourages, educates, and entertains those that listen to it. Yay, alliteration. As we've been preparing and planning over the past months, I discovered that it was more than about entertainment. The heart of this show is to promote fresh, healthy conversation. We weren't just being fancy with the orange juice metaphors. For me, contributing to a conversation is easy. Talking comes pretty natural to me. Go figure. However, I've realized in my own conversations with those around me, whether they be my friends, coworkers, family, etc., I'm always so focused on what I'm going to say, rather than actually listening to the other people I'm conversing with. My hope is that as the show goes on, and we have some wacky, fun, maybe even challenging, deep, insert your own adjective here, that you, as listeners, are hopefully laughing and being encouraged. But I also hope that our approach to mutual conversation can be an example that all of us can use and apply to our everyday conversations. Before we get the show underway and discuss our, quote, origin stories, share some interesting Christmas present experiences, and talk about what we really think about tattoos, I'd like to extend some quick thank yous. First of all, thank you to my friends Tyrel and Riley for agreeing to pursue this, and I look forward to the conversations that we have in the future. Also, big thank you to the Groove Apostles for allowing us to use one of their songs for our intro and outro theme. If you're in the Lethbridge area and you've never heard or seen the Groove Apostles perform, you got to do it. They're awesome. And I'll have a link somewhere to their Bandcamp and their Facebook page so you can check out their dates and some of their stuff that they put out. Lastly, I'd like to extend a big thank you to my friend Peyton for helping us out with all the graphics-related stuff and some of the social media stuff for the podcast. If you're interested in his work and other creative stuff that he does, he has a YouTube channel. He goes by the name Ovation. That's Ovation. Show him some love. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking and then we're going to get to the actual episode. I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them on our Facebook page at Orange Juice the Podcast or in the YouTube comments section below. Please, please be nice. Well, without further ado, here is Tyrel, Riley, and myself in Orange Juice. Welcome to Orange Juice, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Do I sound excited?
You sound very enthused.
I sound very enthused. Yeah. Is that all that? Okay, cool. Are you enthused?
You know what? I'm very enthused. Actually, just had a coffee, so I'm good to go.
I should have had coffee.
You're one of those people.
Yeah.
What do you mean one of those
It's
people?
not 6 o'clock yet, though, so I'm good.
Oh. I don't know where we're going to put this in the order of podcast them, but I know this is going to be one of our first episodes. So, at this point, you've probably heard about us talk about a little bit about what we want this podcast to do and kind of our views going into it and the direction we want to go. But in coming up with ideas for us to get started and introduce the podcast, I was talking to a friend of mine. Shout out to my friend Natasha.
Hey.
She gave the suggestion, well, why don't you guys talk about yourselves? And I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense. But the idea that she had was that we talk about ourselves, our backgrounds, and how that has influenced us to this point, and how that's going to affect our endeavors going forward, whether that's with this podcast or even just in our own personal, professional lives. Whoops, bumped my microphone. Yeah, that was her idea, and I really liked it. So I know we've all prepared something really prolific and just really
Deep.
and
See,
no,
you messed up because I love the sound of my own voice.
Oh no!
And there's nothing more I like talking about than me.
Oh boy. Okay. Is this
Um,
gonna be a 4-parter?
yeah, this is volume 1,
Fantastic.
chapter 1, volume 1 of last count 16. So,
Oh, you're going first.
well, we could.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. We'll let Tyrel go first since you've already opened up.
Be my guest.
Yeah. So Tyrel.
Be my guest.
Oh yeah. I guess yeah. If you're listening to this and you don't know who we are, my name is
I'm-
James, and
that-
we already
that-
met Tyrel. And
And I'm Riley.
hi Riley.
Hi, Riley.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
I
Too.
like your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
I like your left shoe.
It is nice.
It really matches your right.
It's Walmart, so
yeah.
it's pretty nice.
Sponsor.
Yeah.
Okay, Tyrel. Give us the down low on the story of Tyrel.
I was born, and then I grew up, and I'm here.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and that growing up part really led me to right now.
It influenced you.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Greatly, yeah. So.
Okay.
Okay. How about I like the Cliff Notes version. I really
Oh,
do.
okay.
I really do. I like how compressed and condensed and straight to the point it was.
Yeah.
I think that was great. But I think what we're hoping to accomplish today, and what people that are listening are hoping to accomplish, is to know us better, and in detail. So I would
Okay.
say, like it's your story.
Okay.
It's your creative endeavor. I keep using that word. It's a great word.
It is a good word.
Yeah. So yeah, I would challenge you to how about you do it again, but with a little more detail and nitty gritty. Yeah.
I was born. I grew up. And then at some point, James was like, "Hey, want to start a podcast?" And here it was.
Oh, okay.
This is going really well.
Yeah.
Yes. Just fantastic.
So Tyrel, tell us where you're from.
Oh, I am from this beautiful city called Grand Prairie.
I felt like that was needed.
It was necessary. And I just recently found out that Grand Prairie is no longer the violent crime capital of Canada, so I feel a little disheartened.
Oh.
We lost our reigning champion status, but we still lead Canada for intoxicated driving.
That explains a lot.
Nah, it's a fun city. I liked it. Good people. So hi everyone from Grand Prairie. Hope things are going well. Stay out from the rain or something. I don't know. I don't have any advice for you. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Stop being violent. You got a good thing.
Well,
going.
they're already on that. So.
Well, yeah, no, but keep it going.
Wow. Okay.
Don't just get caught up in the glory of it and then just start looting liquor stores.
Don't feel like you need to fight the other cities.
Yeah.
To overtaking you.
It is not a competition.
You're all pretty. So
Yeah.
No need to fight over.
Do you know who is the violent city now?
I think Fort Nelson, BC.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So you.
Yeah, it's all me. For those of you listening, my last name is Nelson.
So it's
Yeah,
James' fault.
It's my people.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed. We're not one of those Nelsons. I'm not one of those
Oh,
Nelsons.
okay. That's what they all say. So
Yeah.
I don't know how much I can really do that. Yes, so I'm from Grand Prairie. Lived there for like 12, 13 years or something. That is where I became a Christian. Had this friend, Krista Hahn, kept inviting me to youth groups. I was like, fine, I'll go. And I did. And it was incredibly awkward. They were playing this Bible game, I remember. And they're like, here's a page. There's some Bible verses and there are some like books of the Bible. Go find for the verses, find the book and the chapter and the verse and everything. For the verses, find the book or whatever. Or like blah. And I was like, I don't know how to read a Bible. What is this? Who is Mark? What? And I was so deeply uncomfortable because nothing was going on. But what did stick with me was just how like loving they were towards each other, and like, yeah, we goofed around, did stupid things and stuff, but they cared for each other and they cared for me, and that really spoke to me. So I kept going, even though we did awkward things or hilariously wonderful things. There was one time, I won't go too much into the details, but I was wearing a two-piece dress that was skin tight, electric neon blue leopard print. It was
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Whoever is our editor at this point on the YouTube channel, if we get a picture, please throw that up.
I feel like no picture survived, sadly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
At one point, there's even water balloons. You were trying to put them in the top.
Oh, jeez.
It didn't quite work. But
Okay.
Wow, you Christians. Weird
It was
people.
great. And then graduated high school. I was like, yeah, so adult life, what is this? And then ended up working with children out of this wonderful place called Glory Garden, which just closed up shop, sadly. But worked with kids, and one of my coworkers and I were talking, and she pointed out that I really liked science and really liked working with kids and really like explaining things to people. And she was like, maybe you should become a teacher. And I was like, it's a solid idea you got there. I'm going to do that. So did a year at GPRC, and now I'm here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And at this point, when we're recording, you're preparing for your practicum.
PS1, professional semester uno.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you stoked for that?
No, just kidding. No. I'm so stoked. So nervous, though. Because, you spend however many weeks in the university, and then, you're off to school and teach and don't kill any students and stuff. So,
Is that the first thing they teach you?
Yeah, don't kill the students. It's kind of rule number 1. Rule number 2 is always if you finish the pot of coffee, you have to make a new one, kind of thing.
Oh, I see.
Otherwise, the teachers kill you, and it's totally justified in court of
Man,
law. So.
there's a lot of murder in the system that I was not aware of.
You remember that kid, Timmy?
Yeah, the one that ate paste.
Yeah.
The paste
He
and
didn't
the-
go to some other school. He's just gone.
Just disappeared one day. Off to the big paste tub in the sky.
On a paste farm.
Yeah, paste farm. Oh, cool. So you're wanting to become a teacher.
Yeah, high school science teacher. That's my goal.
Oh, high
but-
school.
It could change. I could end up in an elementary classroom like, hey, this is awesome. Screw high school.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Okay, cool.
Science
Stay
is
in
my
cool.
passion.
Stay in school, kids.
Yeah, stay in school. Are you gonna stay in school and not do drugs?
Pugs, not drugs.
Pugs, not drugs.
Nice.
I thought it was hugs, not drugs.
Hugs and pugs, not drugs.
But you can't
Hugging pugs? not
hugging
drugs?
pugs and not drugging drugs. What?
I like it.
Put that on. Whoops! I keep bumping my microphone.
Put that on a shirt. Keep bumping my microphone.
Keep bumping my microphone.
Yeah.
That can be our tagline.
Keep. Oh. We'll work on it. I think we're gonna work with fresh conversation with a little bit of tang.
Nice.
And I
like
keep
that.
bumping the microphone. See, it
Yeah.
works. Just
That's
flows.
fine print. Fine print at the bottom of the.
With a few bumps.
Yeah.
Good job.
They'll just be like the word bump, but with asterisks.
See, the
Yes.
logo could be like a microphone, and like the foamy part's cut into it, and the inside is in orange rather than electronics.
You should talk to my buddy Peyton, who's been designing a logo. I'll shoot him a text or something.
You can also send it to him on a phone. You don't have to wrap it up on a bullet and then shoot it at him. It's
That's
new
not
technology.
that's not what I meant,
You said
Tyrel.
shoot him.
I know. I said shoot him a text.
Yeah.
So I take my phone, I shove it into a cannon, and then I aim it at him. And
Oh,
then
okay,
hit him
that's
with,
much more. That's
hit him
much
with
more
my
civilized,
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm really bad because I'll often do the same thing with my wife. She's like, "We should hit the road." So I go outside and I hit the road.
Start punching it.
Yeah, I start punching it, and she gives me some pretty dirty looks. It's like,
Wow.
Why?
What
You
the
did
heck?
exactly what she said.
right?
That's just straight up Amelia Bedelia right there.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Do you have any questions for Tyrel?
no.
I've heard enough.
Get him out of here.
Any ladies?
My
your life?
mom, my 2 sisters.
Oh, nice.
My nieces,
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
my grandma,
Wow. Player.
aunts.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that. What year of school are you in?
3rd-ish year.
Third? And how many do you have?
Ish.
Third-ish?
No, just ish.
Oh, okay.
I'll get around to it.
Nice.
Figure
Good.
It out. Yeah.
It depends on whether you get a practicum or not, right?
I'm already in a practicum.
Well, I know you are,
Yeah.
but it's based. They don't say, okay, you're going to finish your degree in 5 years. It's totally based on that.
Yes, we will solely blame the practicums. Definitely not the performance in any particular important test.
Okay.
Not that.
Okay. I was trying to throw you. Duh! I was trying to throw you a bone there. Sorry.
I batted it out of the park.
Yeah. The bone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's enough about Tyrel. Riley.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're going second
Okay.
because I prepared the most.
Last will
Fantastic.
be first will be last. Kingdom of heaven.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Theology.
Fantastic.
That should go on a t-shirt.
Well, I was born in Red Deer, Alberta, and raised in Lacombe, Alberta, which is a little city. They call themselves a city, but they're still kind of a small town. So they, it was really good. Grew up in church, a Pentecostal church to be exact. And I was a part of the youth worship band. And when I was 16 years old, I actually took that over. So I was singing, and I have some videos of myself, and they're very bad, and you will never see them. So I'm sorry.
YouTube video. We have the YouTube.
It's the worst. I sound like a dying dog. And for all of my band buddies, I'm sorry, but we were not very good. So continued to grow up, and went through high school, and let's backtrack a little bit. I grew up in a single home. My mom and dad divorced when I was 2 years old. So my mom raised me. She was kind of my mom and dad figure. And then when my grandpa passed away when I was 8 years old, my mom and grandma actually moved in together for 7 years. So lived with them in a 4-level split. And then after the 7 years, my grandma kind of got into this seniors complex type thing, and then my mom moved into a brand new house, and so that was really cool. And I only lived there for about a year, and then I went off to college. Went to Red Deer College for a year, took music prep there. I was still living with my mom at this time. So that's actually where I met my wife. And my first memory of my wife was her long hair on my desk. And I was super annoyed at it. And I kept on trying to just brush it off. And she kept turning around and kind of being annoyed and whatever. And her first memory of me, she tells me now, is I was really stupid in grade 12 grad. I decided to have frosted tips. So my mom said that it was a really good idea, and I look back and I really regret it. But it was an experience.
Did your wife appreciate the frosted tips?
Oh, she loved them. So she said the first thing that she remembered from that time, first thing that she remembers me being is looking like a Backstreet Boy.
Wow.
And that's really embarrassing for me. So
what I've learned from this is that I should frost my tips and just kind of wait for them to come back in style.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. And sit behind the girl with the long hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I can just picture it. You're just sitting there in class. You're trying to brush it off, and she turns around, and it's like a movie. It gets like slow motion. Just all this hair.
Yeah, it wasn't quite that dramatic, but yeah, that's how it happened.
Okay,
absolutely.
all right.
Yeah. So then, a really funny story. Again, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell this story, but I'm going to anyways.
Okay.
So we got talking, and we were in the same classes, same program. I was taking the music preparatory program at the time, and so I needed somebody to study with. And she was in band for a long time, so she was really good at it. So I started studying with her and started to get a little bit interested with this girl, and kind of advanced a little bit, and I'd go over to her house, and we'd study together, and we'd have study groups and stuff. And over Christmas break, I decided that it would be good to go hang out with her. So I'd drive in from Lacombe to Red Deer. It's like a 20-minute drive every single day over that Christmas break, and I'd hang out with her. And if she's at work, I'd bring her coffee, and she'd come and she'd sit in my car, and we'd talk for a little while and whatnot. And she came out one day from her work, and she sat down in my car, and I handed her coffee, and she said, "Riley, I have this really, really great news." I was like, "Oh, awesome. What's the news?" And she looked at me and she says, "Yeah, this guy, he asked me out." And I said, "Yes." And she's just extremely excited, and I have this like knife in my heart, and I'm just dying. And I'm like, "That's such good news, love. I mean, that's really, really good news. I'm so happy for you." And so she leaves, and I sit there, and I'm weeping, and it's just really bad mess.
He was so happy for me. He was getting choked up. I'm just so.
He's such a good friend.
Yeah. So, anyways,
did you ever get that?
Get what?
Did you ever get that? You're such a good friend.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe a couple times. Yeah. Anyways, this isn't her fault at all. She's a great person. Love her. But
You ended up marrying her in the end.
yeah,
You-
I did.
You conquered the
actually.
friend zone.
It's true. Friend zoned, and I got out of. There is hope if you're in the friend zone.
You just
You didn't have to-
ask them out.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah,
out of it.
yeah.
You didn't have to fake your death or anything, and
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So,
cool.
anyways, it didn't work out between them, and that's the crush's best thing ever. Oh, I'll be right there for you, and so I was, and whatnot, and I asked her out a little while later, and it was happy from there. So, yeah, then that summer we did an internship at my church, and then she went into I went into my first year at Vanguard College, which is a Bible college in Edmonton, and she went off to Scotland for 6 months, and she did a DTS, which is it's a discipleship training, I think it's school, and that's basically 3 months of training and 3 months of outreach. So she went to Scotland for training and Turkey for outreach for 3 months. And then she came back home, and I put a ring on her finger within 3 days of her getting back. She was still jet lagged, and it's pretty good. Yeah, and then we got married that summer, and she started at Vanguard College. And I took 4 years at Vanguard, so did she. She finished a year after I did. And I started working at a church in Edmonton, West Edmonton Christian Assembly. And I was a ministry assistant there for music and pastoral care. So that was kind of cool. I learned a lot. Worked there for just about 2 years. And then I applied at a bunch of different places for music director in a church. And that's when Lethbridge called. And then, yeah, they interviewed me. I got hired as the music and creative arts director / pastor here at University Drive Alliance Church. And yeah, now I've been working here for just about 10 months now, and it's been really good. So yeah, married for just about 5 years. August 6th is my anniversary. So yeah, it's been really good. Yeah,
Cool.
that's my life in a nutshell.
Yeah, and in case people don't know, being a music director at a church, what is that? What does that designate? Like, what are your responsibilities?
Yeah. So I get to work with some pretty amazing people. I get to kind of help coordinate volunteers, and I get to lead singing on Sunday, and I get to play in bands a lot. But I also get to be the creative director here. So I get to kind of help direct some of the video stuff, some of the audio stuff that we do. I get to work on some of the productions that we do as well. I also get to help with managing social media pages and stuff like that, as well as just introducing new people, finding places for them to get involved and volunteer, and I love to just go out for coffee with people and stuff too. So that's kind of my main responsibilities, and then I have a list of 100 other things that I do as well. But my main responsibilities are those ones.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So when you were in Edmonton, so what was it that like did you just like throw out resumes across Alberta, or like I'm just curious as to what drew the UDAC leadership to seek you out?
Yeah, interesting story actually. So when I was in Edmonton, I put my resume on a website called churchstaffing.com, and I actually got like a ton of calls from it. It was crazy. I think I did 4 phone interviews, and either I didn't want to go there, or they wanted someone with more experience. And it was interesting because UDAC actually never received my resume or anything. But there was a lady in this church, and her brother worked in the same church that I worked in. And he knew that this church was looking for this position. So he contacted his sister, and his sister contacted the senior pastor here, and then the senior pastor contacted me. So it didn't even happen through resume. It kind of just happened by word of mouth. So it was kind of interesting how that happened.
That good.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. No, it was really good. I was kind of surprised when I got the phone call. I was like, so how did you hear about this? And he's like, well, then he told me the story. I'm like, so you didn't find it on church staffing? Nope, didn't find it there. It was interesting. Funny story, I got an email about 2 weeks ago from church staffing saying that there's a youth position open. They're like, yeah, we think you'd be a really good fit. And I'm like, oh, sorry, totally forgot to take my resume down. Whoops. But that's nature of the beast, right?
Cool.
Yeah, that's about it. There's lots more, but
Sure.
So when you say you took over leading the music and worship in your church when you were a youth?
Mhm.
Was it like a full style military coup? Was it more like?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was beautiful.
Oh, cool, good.
Oh, it was
good.
really good.
Efficient. Took control of all the power sources.
Oh,
outlets,
absolutely.
and-
Yeah. It was good. I was full of power.
That's what CCM stands for. It doesn't stand for contemporary Christian music. It stands for communist kind of Christian music. Yeah.
What about you, James?
Well, yeah. Where do I begin? I can't do the whole
Beginning of time.
The beginning of time. Before time began, there was the cube. No, I'm not gonna do that. I also grew up in a Christian home. It was a little different. That's what you said, right? I feel it.
I think so.
Yeah, you did say that. Okay, I was making sure.
He said he grew up in a church, so I'm
Yeah.
guessing he never left the church. Until
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I was born in the pews and then never left.
halfway through a sermon. Ma'am, could you keep it down, please? I'm trying to read from trying to read from the gospel here. Okay, I'll start over. I grew up in a Christian home as well. I have a younger sister. She's 4 years younger than me, and it was just the four of us: me, my mom, my dad, and my sister. Let me see. You guys were talking about when you guys became a Christian. I always knew the stuff growing up, but I didn't really start taking it seriously until about junior high school, and even that was that's a whole other story within itself. We can say that for another day.
Regale us.
Regalia. No, it was about halfway through high school. That's when I really started pursuing church and a life of faith. I'm a musician, and that's actually dang it. I'm a musician, and I'm actually going to the university right now. I'm going into my currently fourth year in the digital audio arts program, which is like a sector of the music program, but it's instead of focusing on like specializing in an instrument or in voice or in composition or teaching, it's based in audio production. So it's not just music; it can be audio production in film and like film, music, media, video games, that sort of thing. I actually initially was going to go into music for piano, because I've been playing piano since I was 5-ish years old. But then I ended up not. You have to do an audition, and for you piano majors out there, this will make more sense. When I went for my audition, I went in with grade 8 RCM Royal Conservatory grade 8 level pieces unmemorized.
Ooh.
And the people that were auditioning before me were at a grade 11 level memorized. They had, and if you ever see I had the books of sheet music, they had us the whole transcript folded so they could just fold it out along their. Yeah, it was ridiculous. So I'm sitting outside of my audition at the university, and this girl walks out, and she is carrying a bunch of paper under her arm, and is like, oh boy, I'm in for it. Worst audition, worst performance I've ever done. I bombed it hard. So my first year, I was just doing music courses, and then I was taking piano lessons to prepare to take my audition again. But my good friend John was in the digital audio arts program, and he was telling me about it, how cool it was, and how it was grounded in recording and producing and mixing and actually being the person that makes the music and distributes it and puts it out there for people and makes it so that people can listen to it, which is I'm classically trained as a musician in theory and that sort of thing, so it was cool. I've never really looked at music from that way before. I like creating music. I like the creative aspect of it, but I've never really thought of it from a technical perspective. Anyway, long story short, I switched in, and now I've been doing that ever since. That's about my degree. I'm hoping to get in music production and other. Media is kind of my big thing. Hence this podcast and other creative endeavors I have going. See, there's that word again, endeavors. That's what I'm gonna name my first child.
Endeavor.
Yeah, and then the second will be Bump, and the third will be Microphone.
Nice.
Bump, stop. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, no, and so I'm kind of looking to just create wherever I am feeling led and wherever I end up.
So how's that going to influence the podcast?
Well, basically, my big thing with this podcast was just putting something out there media-wise that is different and kind of an exception to the rule as far as what's being put out there now. But yeah, no, with this podcast, I'd like to put something out there that's encouraging for people and people enjoy listening to it. They can listen to it and get something out of it, something that they can take with them, whether it's inspiration, whether it's, like I said, encouragement, or even just laughs, giving people laughs. I love doing that. And yeah. And I'd much rather see people get positively affected by my work than any paycheck or any of the luxuries of being a content creator. Yeah, that's more important to me, is that people get something out of it.
I'll take your paycheck for you.
You want to take my paycheck?
Yeah.
Actually, no. Let me be clear. Fine arts major. I need all the money I can get.
No, you said you're in it for the art, so I will take that sacrifice and be the sellout. And
You're gonna be the sellout.
Yeah.
So when Mountain Dew and Doritos approaches us and says, "Hey, can we sponsor your podcast?"
I've already got it tattooed on my face. So.
Oh, I was wondering what that was.
Nice.
The MLG Pro. I missed that.
I'm
Looks
just,
good.
just waiting.
Yeah.
I keep sending them pictures through emails and stuff like that, but they're not responding. So I think I just need to send more.
Yeah, we'll get you a Twitter. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have any questions for Riley, Tyrel? That don't involve communism or militants or?
You mentioned turkey.
I know nothing about turkey.
Really? It's just it's like this animal. That
They're
we eat
delicious.
Thanksgiving.
Well, you know.
White meat or dark meat?
Oh, I'm a dark meat guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you a white meat guy?
I actually don't care.
Oh, okay.
I have no preference. I'm a gray meat.
Oh,
I embrace the
If your
dark
meat is
and the
gray,
light.
it's probably not good.
What about you? Are you a white meat
I
guy?
lean toward white meat, but it doesn't matter.
So we could have Thanksgiving together.
Yeah.
You can have the white meat. I'll have the dark meat.
Perfect.
So we have a feast, and there's just you and Tyrel sharing a turkey, just
Do you want some potatoes? No.
eating it with your hands. Do you want the wishbone? Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely. Did you guys ever play the game with the wishbone where you take your pinkies and you try to break it? And
No.
Whoever gets the bigger piece.
I just always heard the bigger piece, like you just grab
Yeah.
it with your hand and you just break. And then-
Oh yeah, we did the pinky thing with my cousins, and we'd try to break it. Whoever got the bigger piece got the last piece of turkey, or the last turkey leg. I think I can't remember.
The whole game seemed pretty pointless to me because I always got what I wanted. So
Nice, nice. Lucky.
yeah, no, that's not true. I
So-
never got the pony.
Me neither.
Did you get a pony, Tyrel?
I didn't want a pony.
Oh wow, you were above that.
I was above such petty things.
What would you say was the best Christmas present you ever got as a kid, or even now? It's
That's a great question.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh my.
well, this is awkward.
I
Now, if
would
you guys
say
sound materialistic.
my best Christmas gift was probably my first real guitar.
Oh,
Yeah. I was super excited because I knew what I was getting, and I knew that there was a huge box, and I knew what it was. And it kind of ruined Christmas morning, but I was still really excited. So, yeah, it was good. And then I crawled in the box after, and I fell asleep.
It's a good day.
Yeah, it was a really good day, actually.
I don't honestly remember opening gifts for the most part of Christmas. The one Christmas I do remember that's like the farthest Christmas I can think of was, I don't know how old we were, but we all piled into my oldest sibling, Cassandra. We just piled into her room Christmas Eve night and watched as many of the Matrixes as we could before we fell asleep. Great. Holiday
best.
movie. You kind of get tired of Christmas. You want to watch something? Matrix.
yeah.
So I recommend.
Nice.
Did you go through a whole existential crisis after watching that
Nah, I
movie?
thought it was really cool.
Oh.
Probably the worst gift I've ever given is to my poor cousin. He decided that he wanted $15, and my mom had this was when pennies were still a thing. So we decided to count up $15 in pennies, and then we wrapped a $1 coin and some CDs in a bag, and then we wrapped another bag around that, and then another bag, and another bag. And we did 15 bags, and then we wrapped that in packing tape, like probably about an inch worth of packing tape. And we said, you can't use a knife or scissors or anything to open it. You just have to open it. And he spent a very, very long time opening it. I'm sorry, James. I'm really, really, really sorry. That was really, really mean.
Wait, your cousin's name James.
Yeah, my cousin's name is
Oh,
James.
okay. I was like, I don't remember that.
You repressed the memory.
Yeah. That's so sadistic.
It was
That's
really, really
great.
mean. It was pretty good, but it was really mean. So if you don't like somebody, do that to them.
I gave someone socks.
Nice.
Yeah, they were
Hey,
they were knee high.
socks now? I would love a pair of socks. Or just
Actually,
a
yeah,
bunch of
no,
socks
I
for
would agree with
Christmas.
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I think it's funny how as kids there's that whole stigma like I don't want socks and underwear, you know.
Yeah.
But now we're adults and like we need socks and underwear. We need clothes. Give us clothes. Give us money. Yeah.
It's true. Good story, bro.
Yeah. I could tell it again.
So for me, I can't really remember like getting gifts, but a great story that my dad told me about when he was a kid. One Christmas, his parents gave him a choice between two presents: a big box and a little box. He's like, oh yeah, the big box. So he tore open the big box, and it was empty except for an old tattered scarf, and that's what he got for Christmas. And he learned a lesson that year.
And his heart grew 7 sizes that year.
Inwards.
Did you ever find out what was in the small
I don't
box?
think so.
It's still
So
a mystery
brutal.
to this day.
Dad, what was in that box? You'll never find out, son. You will never find out.
That's life.
Wow.
Life's not fair.
Yep.
Did you guys ever like find your presents before and open them? And
Yes. That was for my birthday, my parents got me Thomas the Tank Engine, the original stories, but like a volume of it.
Nice.
And I was at home because I was homeschooled as a kid. I was always at home, and it came in the mail, and I was like, "Oh, Mom, what'd you get the mail?" And I peeked in the box, and there it was sitting on there. And my mom was like, "Here, take it." I was gonna get it. I was gonna give it to you for your birthday, but just here you go.
Do I get another present then?
Yeah. Yeah. Tyrel, did you ever spoil the surprise?
Accidentally once. It was an accident. My parents used to keep the batteries, just like double A's and all of them in a container in their closet. So I was like, oh, TV remote's dead. I'll go get some. Open the closet, and there was Guitar Hero on the floor. I was like, oh, I wonder what that's doing there. A couple months later, Christmas, Guitar Hero. I was like, oh, look at that.
Yeah. And you have to act surprised.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Guitar Hero, that I never saw that coming.
There is a fun thing that sadly my mom has resisted now. My mom sometimes would stay up pretty late at night wrapping gifts, and sometimes she'd forget to put on name tags or like for whoever,
Yeah.
or to whoever, whatever. So she'd be like, I don't want to open it, so I think it's for so and so. So come Christmas Day, you're opening presents, like, this girl's T-shirt. Thanks, Mom. And it kind of was like a game because every Christmas you would always get something that wasn't meant for you, but it just made it extra special. Now, sadly, she's like come up with some kind of system. It doesn't happen anymore. And
Oh.
the world's not the same.
I think I'm gonna do that this year. Just like, I don't know, give somebody something that's not meant for them.
It's like an accidental white elephant gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Just to see what their reaction is.
Yeah. We had a
Thanks, Mom. I always wanted a hair straightener.
yeah. I used to straighten my
good.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have bangs.
Nice.
And then, actually, I had frosted tips back in junior high.
Nice.
If that makes you feel any better, Riley.
A little bit.
Yeah, no, I had the blonde, and my hair's so dark, so it barely showed up. But yeah, I didn't look
Nice.
like a Backstreet Boy though. I looked more like
Back alley boy.
yeah, pretty much. It's like, did you wipe some poop in your hair? What is that? Yeah, I had some really interesting fashion choices.
I think we all did.
Yeah, I once wore a shirt to school. This is how. If you
Whoa,
wanna-
a shirt. Just
Whoa.
whoa.
And I went to.
There's bad fashion choices, and then there's that man.
I should probably explain. I was homeschooled, but I also went to school. I was homeschooled from kindergarten to grade 3, and then I've been in school since grade 4 up to high school. But when I was in school in junior high, this is a picture of how insecure I can be. I was wearing this shirt. It was we should keep a tick counter for every time I bump my microphone. I was wearing this. It was a button-down shirt, but it was either black with white stripes or it was white with black stripes. You can figure it out in your own head. But basically, it was very white, but it was very, it was just stripes, vertical stripes. And one girl in my class made a comment saying, "Your shirt's too obnoxious. It hurts my eyes."
Ooh.
Like she actually like, "Your shirt literally hurts my eyes." I never wore that shirt again.
That's very sad.
I didn't even like have a crush on this girl. Like, yeah, I never wore this shirt again.
That's so sad.
Yeah. Have you ever had someone's like say something to you and you actually like, "Oh yeah, it means nothing," but then you realize, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like, oh, sticks and stones, but you actually don't
It actually
ever.
did break your bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was just from a lack of calcium.
Calcium's for the weak, I think. Probably. I mean, junior high, that was an adventure. It probably happened.
I mean, I can't really remember anything from that part of my life because it was pretty scarring. So
Yeah. Here's a question. Which experience did you find more scarring growing up? Was it junior high or high school?
Junior high. No.
Really?
Yes, junior high.
Junior high?
Yeah.
Riley?
ooh, that's a hard one. They were both pretty scarring.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like in the same way or different ways, or
Yeah, it just got worse.
it just got worse? It was all downhill.
It was
I
really
feel like my
bad.
answer is pretty like mild because honestly, junior high and high school weren't that bad for me. So like junior high is only mildly worse because I was more socially awkward. That's bad.
Yeah, I was that kid that nobody wanted to, talk to because I was super socially awkward because it was just me. I didn't have any brothers or sisters. So, yeah, I was always the last one picked on the soccer team.
Aw.
Nobody wanted to hang out with me at lunchtime. It was like, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Wow.
But life's good now. So,
There you go.
yeah,
You ended up getting the girl that.
yeah. Girl of my dreams.
Yeah, the girl of your dreams. Yeah.
That had really annoying long hair.
Yeah.
Now I love it. She wants to cut it, and I really don't want her to. So.
Just compromise, half her head cut.
She asked me if I'd be okay with her like shaving her hair like bald. It's like, I'd still love you, but no.
Not in the same way.
And then she asked me if I'd ever shave my head, and I was like, no, you don't ever want to see me with bald. As a bald person, I would look very bad.
You need the right head shape.
I just don't think I have the right head shape. I think it's pretty. I don't know.
I'm sizing you
See,
up.
but the hair kind of hides
Yeah.
things. You got to like feel it up.
I had one of those apps where you like take a picture of yourself and it like puts like a bald cap on you.
Oh yeah.
I look terrible.
But those are just.
It's like Snapchat.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think, you know what, Riley? I think years from now you could pull off bald.
Ooh, I don't know. I tried to put like hats on, and I just don't look good with hats either.
What kind of hats? Like different, like baseball
Any kind of
cap or
hats.
like a.
Yeah, well, there's this thing in our city called Whoop Up Days, and I have to play music at it, and it's kind of a country thing. So I'm trying on like these different kinds of cowboy hats, and I just look super bad. I look terrible. I look like a pervert. I really do. It's just it's so bad. Yeah.
That man right there with the 10 gallons of pervert.
I can tell because he's wearing a hat.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
it's-
wearing a cowboy hat.
It's really bad. I mean, I used to have a really long beard, and it made it worse. So I haven't tried a hat since I shaved my beard off. But
Maybe that makes it less of a difference.
yeah, it might
See,
be.
maybe you could like get a trucker hat and have a long beard instead of look like a pervert. Go for like the rednecky trucker look.
Sure.
Yeah,
might-
yeah.
Go to Bass
Some
Pro
plaid.
Shop.
Yeah,
Get the like stereotypical Bass Pro Shop.
I look
farmer's
bad in
cap.
any hats though. Like I don't know. It's really
Maybe just
bad.
gotta complete the look. Like if you're gonna wear a cowboy
Complete
hat,
the look.
completely all out for the cowboy look.
All
Just-
denim chaps. No, actually, please.
Please no.
I'm also playing in that, and I'm probably gonna end up standing behind you. So please, no chaps.
I'm just imagining myself in chaps, and I'm kind of horrified.
Yeah, I'm horrified.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jeans, chaps, frosted tips, cowboy hat.
But you have the hat like on the back of your head, like a Jewish yarmulke, so your frosted tips are sticking out.
I always wear my toques like that. Whenever I have a toque, my like fluff in the front of my hair has to come out, or else I just look really bad.
Guys, I got to tell you a story. Okay, so I work in a retail position, so I see all sorts of people come in.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no, some days are go home and cry in a corner days. Anyway, that's a whole other podcast. Anyway, I hope this guy isn't listening to our show. He probably isn't. He probably isn't. Okay.
And if you are, we're sorry.
Yeah, we are really sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Well, yeah, I'm actually not really sorry. This man was probably in his about 50s, almost 60. So he's balding, and he's got a bald spot on the top of his head, you know, and he's got a little thin up here. Anyway, I remember this guy was just being annoying, and his wife was being annoying. Anyway, the guy turns around. He's got a bald spot in the back of his head. He has a tattoo on his head where his bald spot is.
Oh.
And
Oh.
now, if that wasn't bad enough, I assumed it was meant to look like a man like golfing, like doing a golf swing or something, you know. But it looked like a man peeing. it like side profile, and it had the stream. It looked like that Calvin.
Yeah.
Peeing on whatever.
On Fords or whatever. Yeah, no. This guy turns around and he's got like a tattoo of a man peeing on his bald spot, and I'm just like, have a nice day. But yeah, no, that was just the most surreal. Now the question remains: if you were to go bald, would you get a tattoo where there's free space?
No.
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 Okay.
No.
Yeah, I definitely. I said to my manager after that, I said, if you know me in my old age, and for some reason, if I do go bald, because that's the only place I can grow hair is on my head, in like thick, rainforesty conditions. But yeah, no, I said if you know me in my old age and I go bald and I get a tattoo on my bald spot, stab me in the brain with the needle. Wow.
That's brutal.
Yeah. I saw a bald guy with eyes tattooed on the back of his head, and this guy was like big. He was
Probably for his kids.
It's good night, kids.
Dad is always watching.
Wow. Would you ever get a tattoo?
That's a good question. Yeah, I would. I've actually thought about it. Like, what would I get? What do I want to be on my body for a long time and for the rest of my life? And what's really meaningful to me? And I think I want to get one eventually. I just I want to be sure, 100% sure that what I get on my body is something that I'm willing to stick with for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'm not against tattoos by any means,
Sure.
but I don't think I'd get like a huge sleeve or my whole back done or something like that. But I think whatever, like a few tattoos here and there, I think are kind of cool. They're really unique, and your whole body's kind of a canvas. So I think it's really inspiring when people do it.
Sure.
But for me, I'm kind of a pain wimp as well. So for me to go and put myself in pain intentionally, that also kind of isn't super enthralling to me. So I don't know. What about you, Tyrel?
Yeah, I've thought about it, but everything I think of, I sit on for a little bit, then I get bored of it.
Wait, you sit on the tattoo?
Yeah, I sit
Are
on
you,
it.
are you planning on getting a tattoo on your tuchus?
Yeah. I write your name, and then I can tell, hey, I got your name on my butt. And then
Yeah, pull that one out at a youth group.
yeah, great.
That's funny. What about you, James?
Yeah, I'm considering it. I'm so scrawny. I think I need to get some more meat on my bones to expand my canvas.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I'm thinking about maybe getting something on my my forearm. Plus, being that I work in retail now, it's not discouraged. It is 2016 after all. Times are changing. So you can get away with a lot now. You can wear the piercings. I'm gonna wait on it. Maybe I'll wait till it'll be my grad gift when I finish school or something. I've heard they're addicting. So I'm
should probably get like YOLO swag 2K16
hashtag YOLO swag
on your forehead, just
on my forehead.
Yeah.
People get face tattoos.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're running short on time. I think we'll call it tonight for tonight, and then we'll catch up next time. This was great, guys. I thought we kind of laid down the foundation, and kind of one of the points of this podcast is that we'll learn more about each other and we'll discover more about ourselves, and ultimately people that are listening will learn more about us as we go on. But I think we laid down a good foundation for who we are and what we want to kind of do. You guys have any closing remarks before we say goodbye? Wow. Don't everyone pipe up at once.
That was my remark.
Oh, it was. Silence.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's artistic message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. So thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, we will see you. Well, we won't see you. You'll hear us. Well, maybe we'll see you. Anyway, you'll hear from us next time on Orange Juice. Again, thank you for listening, and have a good one.